yet another episode of the award-winning HUTV, Huntsville Utilities Television. I'm Todd, joined as always by the Bonnie to my Clyde and the Jekyll to my Hyde, Amanda.
Hey, everybody.
This is our first show of the year of 2023.
I know. I'm excited.
We're shooting it in 2022, full disclosure.
Yes.
It's not that she's still got the
Right.
Christmas thing going on. This is our last day before we go on Christmas break, actually.
Right.
I'm
Well-
actually going on vacation.
And today we're still in the Christmas season, technically.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's because today is January 4th.
Right.
So,
Yeah. So we're still rolling with
Yeah.
Christmas stuff.
yeah.
But
you had 12 days of Christmas and all that. So,
Yeah.
So today would be, what day 12 is the 6th?
yes.
So
Yeah. So
this would be day 10, which is 10 swans.
10 Lords of Leaping.
No, it's 11 Lords of Leaping, isn't it?
Oh, 10.
12. It's 9 ladies dancing, 10 farmers farming. I don't know.
10 Lords of Leaping.
It is 10 Lords of Leaping?
9
That's
ladies
11.
dancing.
11 pipers piping.
There you
Okay,
go.
That's what threw me
See?
off. Anyway, okay.
All right.
Anyway, but today is January 4th, and January 4th is National Trivia Day. We wanted to do something fun for that.
Yeah.
First episode of the year.
So we totally went around and just caught everybody off guard. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who weren't faster than we were pushing the camera around the room. So what we did was we walked around our main building here in downtown Huntsville, and we corralled people, some willingly, some not so much, and asked them some general trivia questions. Questions about the company,
yep.
questions about utilities, and then we just threw in some general trivia questions. And here's how they did.
Yep. Everybody enjoy.
Question number 1. You ready? Within 1,000, how many utility poles are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area? Within 1,000.
I don't know.
Take a guess.
I would say 5.
I didn't know either. We had to look it up.
I would say maybe 100.
100,000?
Maybe
You're saying 100,000.
500.
500,000 or 100,000?
Okay.
What you gonna
I'll
say?
go with 100,000.
It is 100,000. You got it
All
right.
right.
Yes, 100,000. How many miles of power line are there within, let's say within 500 miles? How many miles of power line are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area?
Maybe 100 miles. No, I would say 200 miles. 200 miles. I don't know.
5,190.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's
That's a lot.
a lot.
Yes. How many miles of water main are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area? Within 250 miles.
Hint. 100,000.
1,505.
Oh.
Not nearly as many.
Okay.
All right, here's your bonus question. This is for the keys to a new Buick.
Oh,
What is a single strand of spaghetti called? One single stick of spaghetti. What is the technical term for that?
pasta.
I didn't know this one. A spaghetto.
Spaghetto.
How many miles of natural gas main are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area within 250 miles? I'll give you a window. 250 miles high or low, which I guess is a 500. But anyway, how many miles?
100,000.
100,000 miles? 1,511. 6 more miles than water has.
Oh.
That's kind of it. How many electric customers does Huntsville Utilities serve as of August of last year, which is the last time I updated the numbers on the website?
350,000.
Oh, very close. 207,000. 207,000. How many years within 10? How many years has Huntsville Utilities provided water service?
How many years within 10? 8.
200. 2023 is the bicentennial
I
of
don't
our
know where
water
8
system.
came from.
Oh, it's okay.
I just.
Well, you were only off by a little bit. I mean, technically 8 is correct. It's just, 8 and
I'm
another
tripping. Okay.
192. What is the largest user of energy in the typical American home? What uses the most energy?
The most energy? Lights. No.
Lights is on the list, but it's not the greatest user. The greatest user is your heating or cooling system.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, but lights is like, I don't know the exact percent. I think 10 or 15% is lights. I don't remember. I looked that up one this year. What is the best-selling Christmas single of all time?
The best selling.
Yeah, you can just give me the song. You don't have to give me who.
Christmas single.
Yes.
What's that song?
Not Amanda's phone.
I know, right?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
It's in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, Jingle Bells. That's what I was. No, really, it's not Jingle Bells.
White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
I should have known that.
How many water customers does Huntsville Utilities serve within 1,000?
Here, I would say about 500 roughly.
104,000. 104,809. Okay, so what is the number to call if you plan on doing some digging in your yard? What's the phone number you should call so you can have the underground utilities marked so you don't dig into them and cause a problem?
The call before you dig is 811.
811, that is correct. Okay. To keep your house warm in the winter, your ceiling fan should do what? Spin clockwise, spin counterclockwise, or be turned off?
I think that should be counterclockwise.
Oh, it's clockwise. Yes. What singer's real name is Robin? I might be pronouncing the last name wrong. Robin Fentney.
Rihanna.
That is correct. It is Rihanna. The average shower in America uses how much water? In gallons.
Just one shower?
One shower. One shower.
We'll say 5 gallons.
20 gallons, actually. Yes. That's an average. I got a daughter who, like, a short shower to her is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What is the name of the chemical? Because natural gas doesn't have a smell. We add a chemical to it so people can smell it if there's a leak. Do you know the name of that chemical?
I do not, but it smells like eggs.
Yes, it smells like eggs, and it is called mercaptan.
Mercaptan.
What has the greatest impact on the amount of energy you use each month?
Your HVAC unit.
Yes. We will count that as correct because it's whatever the outside air temperature is.
Okay.
Yeah. What year did MTV launch?
1980.
Oh, 1981. 1981. But still, that's pretty close. Huntsville Utilities is a public power utility, meaning we are a municipally owned utility. In terms of size, like the number of electric meters we have, where does Huntsville Utilities rank as far as nationwide? Where do we fall? Are we the first? Are we the second? Are we the third? And we're not. It's not 1, 2, or 3. Largest public utility company. Where do we rank in size?
I say the 10th largest.
Ooh, 18. 18. So that's close. That's close. What year was electricity first available in the city of Huntsville?
In the city of Huntsville, 1923.
1887, apparently. Okay. Huntsville is home to the first public water system in the state of Alabama, one of the oldest water systems west of the Appalachian Mountains, the oldest one west of the Appalachian Mountains. What year did the Huntsville water system, what year was it established?
Oh, gosh. In the 1800s, probably.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
Yes, I know.
What are the last two digits?
I don't know. 1820.
1823. Very close. I think we give credit for that. Okay, now it's time for your bonus question.
Okay.
Okay, this is general trivia about random trivia questions I found on the internet. Who is the youngest person to ever win an Oscar? It's an actress. I'll give you a hint. It's an actress.
Shirley.
Shirley Temple? That's a very good guess, but it's not. That's incorrect. The youngest person was Tatum O'Neal
Tatum O'Neal.
for
In the 70s.
for Paper Moon. Yeah.
That was in the 70s.
Yes, for Paper Moon.
Bring it on.
Okay, what is the transmission efficiency of natural gas?
100%?
Ooh, 92%, which is still very high.
Yes.
Within 1,000, I'm giving you a window to play with here.
Okay.
How many utility poles are in the Huntsville Utilities service area?
Oh. Isn't it like 1,600 something?
It means 1,600?
Yes.
100,000.
Whoa, wait, what?
Yes, 100,000 utility poles. I got that straight from our VP of Engineering.
Wow.
It's a lot of poles. No.
Yes.
In terms of size, according to the American Public Power Association's rankings, where does Huntsville Utilities rank compared to other public power utilities, electric? Where do we rank nationwide? What size are we?
I'm going to go with 12.
18.
Oh, dang it, that was our first guess.
You should always go with your first guess. Notice, by U.S. law, exit signs have to be one of what two colors? It can be either one of these colors, but it has to be one of them. All exit signs.
Red or green?
Red or green is correct. I didn't know that was a law. Okay, first off, tell the people your name and what you do for the company.
I am Jessica, and I'm in Billing and Plausible.
Billing Implausible. That's my favorite Tom Cruise movie. How many utility poles are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area? And I'll give you a window. You can be right within 1,000 utility poles. I'll give you a hint. It's a lot.
And what was the range?
1,000.
999.
No, that's not within 1,000. It's 100,000.
Oh, 100,000. See, I
Yeah,
did.
100,000. You were close. How many miles of power line are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area? And I'll give you, you can be right within 100 miles. It's much more than 100.
550 miles.
550 miles? 5,190. Sort of. Electricity was first available in the city of Huntsville in what year?
1918.
1887. Where were the Summer Olympics held in the year 2000?
Japan.
Australia. How many water customers does Huntsville Utilities have? And I'll give you a window. You can be either 1,000 too low or 1,000 too high.
Okay, then I'll say about 200,000.
Oh, that if it was electric, you'd be almost right on the money. 104,000. The average shower in America
Okay.
uses how many gallons of water?
The average shower.
Based on a shower of 5 to 7 minutes.
Probably 200 gallons.
20.
Are you
20
really
gallons.
serious?
Yeah. To keep your house warm in the winter,
Okay.
your ceiling fan should do what? Should it be turned off? Should it spin clockwise? Or should it spin counterclockwise?
Counterclockwise.
Clockwise.
I
Clockwise.
know, and I know this. I really know this.
Where does every United States vice president live? Not together, not all living in the same place, but I mean while they're vice president, obviously. So basically, what is Vice President Harris's official vice presidential residence? Where is that, or what is it?
In her home.
It is on the grounds of the U.S. Naval Observatory.
Okay, good answer.
So there you go. So I guess if you're vice president, you get a telescope too. I don't know. Natural gas does not have a smell on its own. For safety reasons, we add a chemical to natural gas so people can smell it. So there are two acceptable answers on this one. Either do you know the name of the chemical that we add, or what does that chemical smell like?
Is it mercaptan?
It is mercaptan. That is correct. So let's say you're going to do some digging in your yard. What is the phone number you should call prior to doing any digging so that we can come out and mark where the underground utilities are so you don't hit them with a shovel?
811.
811 is correct. 2 for 2. This may be our high score. In what year was natural gas first available in Huntsville? I'll give you a hint. It was a long time ago.
1865.
You're very close. 1856. You had the last two numbers flipped. What 3 states border California?
Nevada,
Nevada is one.
Washington,
Ooh, no, not Washington.
Oregon.
Oregon, yes. And one more. You said Nevada and Oregon.
Arizona.
And Arizona. Arizona is correct. But technically, though, I think Washington and Oregon are really the same state. So I think that's fine. I think if you say Washington, it's Oregon. They're the same thing.
I lived in Washington for 10 years.
Do you live there now?
No, I don't. But Washington.
Can
and
you
Oregon-
prove that they're not the same state? Which is also, I have a theory that there really is no state of Vermont. Just like the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers, same team. A lot of people don't know that. You ever see them play each other? Mm-mm. Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars are the same team. They just switched the helmets. Question number 1. Do you know what this is?
Not exactly. I think it looks like a plunger of some sort. But
It does look, yes, but that's not what it does.
I think that might be some kind of rubber cap that goes on a electrical.
It is. Do you know why it does, though?
It protects, keeps it from shocking, shorting out squirrels.
Yes, it is a squirrel guard. How many utility poles are there in our service area? And you can be correct within 1,000 either way. All types of utility poles, wood, concrete, whole 9 yards.
87,000.
Ooh, you're actually very close. It's 100,000.
Oh.
What has the greatest impact on your home energy use? On how much energy you're going to use at any given time? What has the greatest impact?
For some reason, I would just want to say the electricity.
It's the outside air temperature.
Oh.
Who was the first American woman in space?
Jemison? Last name Jemison?
Mae Jemison? It's actually Sally Ride. Do you know what this is?
It's a spongy thing. You drill something in the ground with it? I don't. Can I use a lifeline?
Sure.
It has to do with electricity.
It has to do with electricity.
Oh, those be on the pole, like on the wires.
Right,
Can
right.
I use that lifeline? No, but it's on the pole.
It is on a pole.
It's on the pole.
It's on the pole and lines go on it. I think that's close enough.
Yeah.
It is an insulator.
Oh.
Yeah, see, because it's made out of
This is an insulator.
right.
Oh, but I
Okay.
knew where it was.
So we'll give you credit for that because you knew what it did. How many utility poles are there in the entire Huntsville Utilities service area? And you can be above or below by 1,000. It's a whole bunch of utility poles out there.
Oh no. I would say 1 million.
Okay.
I'm gonna say about 6,000.
Okay. I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere between 1 million and 6,000. Okay. So you want to
1,006,000. I think it's like, I don't know, 100,000.
It is 100,000. It is 100,000. Impressive. Well, we never went and got any prizes. Natural gas does not have a smell. The smell that you smell when you smell natural gas is a chemical that we add to it. So I either need the name of the chemical or what that chemical smells like.
A rotten egg.
So it smells like rotten eggs.
Yes, it
and
does.
take a shot at the name of it.
Sulfur. Sounds about right.
It is mercaptan.
Oh.
I like like you. Oh, yeah, of course. What was the name of the high school in the movie Grease?
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, Crystal, can you Google this?
Melva, no. What's the answer?
This is my wife's favorite movie.
Oh,
Give us.
I'm not-
Don't do us.
Yeah, we'll play the mute. Yeah, we'll play that. We'll edit that in.
No, that ain't it.
And I'll pretend not to see the googling, the frantic googling going on in the background. And Amanda's even googling it.
Huntington Park.
No, Rydell.
Right now.
Rydell High.
We knew that.
For this one, do you know what this is?
It goes over. It goes over.
You are correct so
part of
far.
the
It doesn't
meter. I can't remember which one. Or does it go for a spigot? I can't remember.
The
Cover
technic
something.
it does cover something. The technical name for it is squirrel guard.
That's right.
In what year was electricity first available in the city of Huntsville?
I'm gonna go with 1890.
Oh, you're very close. 1887. So I think we can count that as correct. Within 3 years, that's pretty good. In what year was Huntsville's water system established? I'll give you a hint. It is the oldest water system west of the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh my gosh. 1823.
Yes, exactly right. 1823. It'll be on April 15th. Every Major League Baseball player wears the same number on their uniform. What number is it and why?
So the number is 23. Oh.
It has a 2 in it, but it's not 23.
12.
No.
2.
No.
Let's see. 24.
No, you're close. Flip them.
Oh, 42.
42 is correct. Okay, and the reason?
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson's number. That's April 15th is Jackie Robinson Day. Everybody wears 42, which probably gets really confusing for the guys keeping score. How many utility poles are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area? And we'll give you a window. You can be right within 1,000.
Boy, I wish I would have had a little heads up so that I could have done a little prep work. Not that I would have looked up the number of poles in our service area. Let's see, miles of line. I'm going to guess, how about 8,000 poles?
According to Stacy, 100,000.
What?
Yes.
No way.
That's what she said.
Wow.
That's a pole per custom. Like,
Yeah,
They're pretty close together. I mean,
Yeah, that's one pole for every 2 customers.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting,
I'm going to go out and find my 2.
fascinating.
Okay, speaking of miles, you said miles a second ago. How many miles of power line are there in the service area?
Well, that's where I may be wrong, and my thoughts may be askew. But I was thinking, maybe I'm thinking just overhead here. I was thinking 2,000, but that may just be overhead. So I may be messing that up.
Again, well, we got this from Stacy, and she did not say if this was all overhead or 5,190.
Yeah, I was probably thinking overhead. When you throw in the underground, yeah, that in services, that makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
The average shower in America uses how much water? We're talking a basic, not if it's my daughter taking the
Yeah.
shower, because that's, I think it's draining one of the tanks. But 5 to 7 minutes, how much water? In gallons.
150 gallons.
20 gallons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I am lousy at this.
Headlines. To keep your house warm in the winter, your ceiling fan should do what? Be turned off, spin clockwise, or spin counterclockwise.
Keep your house warm in the winter.
Circulate the warm air in the winter, or keep your house warm.
It should turn, oh boy. I'm going to go with I'm going to be wrong because, of course, every question I am. I'm going to go with counterclockwise.
Yeah, and you're wrong. It's clockwise. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. See, at the last minute I changed.
Electricity was available in the city of Huntsville in what year?
Let's see. That would be Alabama Power Company and 1918, maybe 1884.
1887.
Woo, okay.
Very close. Very
All
close.
Right. Okay.
Okay, one more before the bonus question. Let's see. Huntsville is home to the first public water system in the state of Alabama.
Right. Heard that.
What year was it established?
200 years ago.
It'll be 200 next year. In a few days, it'll be 200 years ago. 1823.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, because it'll be 2023 when we air this. So, yes, 200 years ago is correct.
Okay.
What is the maximum number of points you can achieve on Pac-Man? I didn't realize there was a maximum. I thought you could just keep playing till the final. Blah, 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 blah. But no, there's a maximum number of points.
Now, I heard about a guy who has figured out that if you put Pac-Man in a certain place, the ghost can't get him.
That's right.
And he's had his Pac-Man game running for years now, just sitting in the corner just to see if they ever can get there. And obviously, they'll never get there. So I know there's an unlimited amount of time one could play Pac-Man.
But apparently, there's a point where the points will just max out.
I'll be boring and say 999,999.
3,333,360.
I bet there's a
That's a very
binary.
strange number.
There is a binary reason
there's
for
got
that.
to be some sort of-
Yeah.
Okay. How many poles, utility poles, are there in the Huntsville Utilities service area? And you have to get it right within 1,000 either way. Only one person has gotten this right so far, by the way.
Right, thanks for the pressure.
And it wasn't Wes. So.
I'll say 75,000.
Oh, you're actually very close. It's 100,000.
Okay.
To keep your house warm in the winter,
Okay.
your ceiling fan should do one of three things.
Okay.
Be turned off, spin clockwise, or spin counterclockwise.
Okay. So I know there's a way it spins. So I'm going to say counterclockwise.
Clockwise.
Okay.
Nobody has gotten that right. Okay. In what year was electricity first available in the city of Huntsville?
Oh, crap. 1856.
1887.
Okay.
Not bad. Natural gas is naturally odorless.
Right.
We add a chemical to it in order so you can smell it in case there's a leak. What is the name of that chemical?
It smells like sulfur, but I know that's not it.
True. That is, we'll give you credit for that. It is what it smells like. We have a member of the audience.
I was going to say sulfur.
Oh, it's not sulfur, but it does smell like that. It's actually called mercaptan.
Okay.
I think the technical name is ethyl mercaptan. But ethyl mercaptan was also my first wife. So. You're going to get Star Wars trivia questions because she's a big Star Wars fan, as am I. Everybody else has just gotten general trivia questions. But I've Googled Star Wars trivia. Okay. All right, here we go. Question 1. What is Baby Yoda's real name?
Grogu.
Okay. Who was Anakin's Padawan?
Who was Anakin's Padawan? Oh my god. I can't remember.
You can visualize her, though, right?
Yeah.
You got the things coming out of her head.
Yeah, I can't think of her name.
Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
Gesundheit. What is Mando's real name from The Mandalorian?
I just call him Mando.
See, I didn't know he had a real name. Din Djarin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Luke lost which of his hands when he had his lightsaber battle with Darth Vader? Right or left?
Left.
It says right.
Well, in the movie, it's the left one.
I don't
He's
know.
laying on the table messing with his computer. Right?
No, I think it's his right hand. All right, now we got to figure this out. That's his right hand. Yeah.
Okay.
It was his right hand. Okay, the trivia people were right. Huntsville is home to the first public water system in the state of Alabama. What year was it established?
1826.
Oh! 1823. What is the biggest, what has the largest influence on the amount of energy you use each month?
My HVAC.
Yes, we will count that as correct because the outside air temperature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's okay. Let's say you want to do some digging in your yard. What is the number you should call to have the underground utilities marked so that you don't hit them with a shovel?
811.
811. That is correct. And how many business days should you call 811 prior to digging?
3.
3. 2 to 3, they say.
Okay.
The average shower in America lasts 5 to 7 minutes. How many gallons of water does it use during that time?
20.
Yes, you're the first person to get that right. What was the name of the high school in the movie Grease?
I have absolutely no idea.
Anyone?
Rydell.
Rydell High. That is correct.
Okay.
How many legs does a lobster have?
6.
10. I only worry about the 2 big ones that have all the meat in them. So, yeah. What is Florida's state bird?
Flamingo.
The northern mockingbird. See, I would have guessed flamingo too. What year did the original Jurassic Park released?
85.
93. Oh. Okay, well that was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was fun for me.
And thanks to everybody who participated and had fun and all that. And so there you go. So that is it for this week's show. But don't worry, we will be back next week with another episode.
Yep. Don't forget, you got to like and subscribe and comment and, hit that little bell thingy so you
Engage.
engage.
As,
Please.
Jean-Luc Picard would say in Star Trek
We don't
The
bite.
Next Generation. Engage or make it so. That's my Jean-Luc Picard imitation. Sounds a lot like my Sean Connery impression.
I was going to say, that sounded a lot like Sean.
Okay, so until then, I am Todd for Amanda and everyone at the award-winning HUTV saying thanks for watching. And remember, you can't spell utilities without you.